Hey! The last digit of your like on this video by each who you are from Melon Playground, and the last digit of your subscription to my channel will show your Melon Playground item. So go down right now, subscribe and give me a like. Look at the screen. Notice the last digit of your like and your subscription and write in the comments who you are from Melon Playground. It's simple, if your like is number 8 and the last digit of your subscription is number 5, you're a lemon and a cactus. Show your imagination and enjoy the show.
Hello friends, you are on Melonfonk channel. In this video I will tell you about Melon Playground Update 25.0. But before I start the video, I want to say a huge thank you to these guys for being in my video. If you want to be in my next video, you need to do a few things. 1. You need to subscribe to my channel. 2. You need to like it. 3. Write your top comment of 4 words or more, and don't forget to watch this video from beginning to end. It's very simple to fulfill all these conditions and have fun watching. So friends, very soon Update 25.0 will be released, and there is a huge interesting news about it, which I hurry to inform you about. Yesterday in the official Telegram channel came out a very interesting news about how the Night City and basically Infinite City in Melon Playground in Update 25.0 will look like, and renders you can see right now on your screen. So what do we see in this render? We see in the first place Night and Day City, which is incredibly cool. We really as if we are immersed in the atmosphere of the city itself, and on the concept of Melon Playground, it looks just incredible. Very cool looking windows, as if other characters or NPCs live in the panels, in which they live their evenings, and we can see the light burning in these windows. Very wibbly and cool looking actually. Pay your attention to the landscape. From the looks of it, it will be uneven, completely in some involuntary way, which is actually really cool, because that's what people vote for. They don't vote for uniformity in the first place. And for that, frankly, I voted for this particular map myself because it's really great. First of all, it will add a lot of space for creativity, and in principle, the Infinite City will give us a new scale, for which we have been waiting for this update for so long. The whole city will be accompanied by parallax, that is this effect, which is present on absolutely all other maps. And also, if we pay attention to the roughness itself, we can notice that at the bottom we see a kind of fog. Maybe we'll see it in a certain type of lighting. Or maybe it's not a fog, but the beginning of a river. If there are some depressions where the water would be, I think that would be even cooler. But again, this is just my speculation and 100% information, but in general, we can see that at the lowest points, there will most likely be some sort of fog-type semblance. And as I think this is just a great idea, and for this idea, I want to thank the developers. If they actually implement this, it will be very cool. Write in the comments. Would you like to see this map as soon as possible, added to the game, and filming, of course, from 1 to 10? In the comments also on the official YouTube channel, released a video where they showed the best concepts, and most likely I think that one of these concepts can get into the game, and maybe all 3 will get into the game. The first concept is a concept on the infinite abyss. On this frame, we see that the melon endlessly falling down, and in the end he waits. Only darkness is a very interesting concept, and I would like to see it in the game, as I think it would be very interesting, and as it usually happens, developers don't say anything for nothing. And they have a lot of very interesting content coming out right now that hints at a future update. So Infinite Abyss I would definitely like to see in the game. What you think about it, be sure to write in the comments. Well, the next concept is a concept for a smoke grenade. And this concept here, because it is firstly very cool, secondly, quite realizable, and in fact I think it would be very useful to various creatures, and in principle it is really just a very cool grenade. It is absolutely in all games, and why not add it to Melon Playground? As for me, it is quite a realizable idea, and quite interesting. Well, and the last concept that the developers showed us, it's on a gun called Harpoon. In general, it's not such a cool thing as it seems to me. Maybe it is in general an interesting idea, although for me it is not so close. As for me, Smog and Infinite Abyss is much cooler. But in general, if with the help of this harpoon we can move objects at a distance, let's say if Melon shoots somewhere with this harpoon in some wall and it will drag to the wall, then I think it's quite a cool idea. Why not? But really, as for me, it's not as interesting as the other 2 concepts, but still it's better. Write in the comments. Also, not too long ago, the developers showed a very interesting animation on the boat. And this is an obvious hint that they will add and rework the water firstly, and secondly add in fact a very large number of different boats. By the way, the developers themselves said about it in their interview, so some boat I definitely expect in the game. This I think is obvious for everyone, and in principle this news was known for a long time. Maybe it is possible some kind of boat or some kind of liner. I can't, but we will definitely see something like that in the game. Whether you want to see it, be sure to write in the comments. The next thing that the developers are definitely going to add is localization, namely the Russian language. And to begin with, I want to make it clear that for the time being, the developers want to add Russian as the second language, and after that other languages will be added, because, let me explain, now the audience of Melon Playground, plus or minus, is divided into two camps. It is Russian-speaking and English-speaking after other ethnic groups, so obviously, that is, I would like as many languages as possible to be added to the game. It will clearly expand the spectrum of the audience who will watch and play this game, and this is good for everyone, but I understand that not all at once. According to the statements of the developers, themselves will be added Russian to begin with, and after it will be added the other languages, and these languages will be a huge number. Expect, and this is actually a very cool innovation. Understandably, for experienced players, it is unnecessary, that is, implicitly they feel fine with the English interface, but for beginners, it is a very cool innovation. I think absolutely for each person is much easier to adapt to something if there are used his language means. I think it is quite obvious. Also, according to the statements of the developers themselves, will be added a huge number of different editors. Perhaps it will be a machine editor or some other editor. About this again, I have no information exactly, but that will be redesigned editors is 100%. And this is always good, because the more means to perform any mods or buildings, the more players will be involved in the game. I think it is quite simple logic. Also, according to the developers' statements, some sort of transportation will be added. Perhaps it is not only flood transport, but also air and ground. Because at this time, transport as for me, little and in principle, it is not so variant. Last time was added a truck, which in essence is not so interesting, but some kind of plane or helicopter would be as for me quite by the way. What do you think about it? Be sure to write in the comments. As for me, it's just an interesting idea. At the moment, this is all the news that I managed to collect on the update 25.0. Thank you all for watching. Bye everyone, and remember, buddy, as always, I'll see you all the other day.